and my guy pulls out a friggin' lightsaber. I guess you could say he was using the Force. The Fire Force, get it? Fire Force?
My avid anime addicts. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of
Anime Bunseki.
Of course, I'm your girl Saya.
And I'm Slow. We are back with another episode of the hottest anime this summer, Enen No Shoboutai.
It's Fire Force. We are back with more Fire Force.
Wow. Well, if you missed our review on episode 1, you guys can always go check that out. Fire Force episode 2. Let's go. The episode begins with an ominous intro that really drives home the rhetoric of spontaneous human combustion and how everyone lives in constant fear of one day being helplessly consumed by fire.
Wow! Well, that was incredibly dark.
I know, right? It's like the trailer of a DC movie.
You sure you're not from the DC universe?
The opening scene is a fire soldier with a duffel bag standing outside the building of the 8th unit, and just like Shinra, he doesn't seem too pleased.
I mean, can you really blame him? Just look at this place. It's a dump. They had to graffiti Fire Force Station on the wall.
So, Captain Obi, who is obviously addicted to protein shakes, is informing Shinra of the upcoming Fire Soldier Rookie Games. This is an event where the new recruits from all units compete against each other.
Shonen tournament arc.
Anyways, Shinra plus another recruit who was joining the unit today would be representing the 8th unit.
After conversing with Obi, Shinra leaves. Walking through a hallway, he thinks back on the incident that took his mother and brother. He flashes his creepy smile as he bumps into the new recruit who calls him a devil.
Shinra calls him a knight.
But not in this chivalrous, "Hey, my lord, hail, Sir Knight." Shinra doesn't really seem to like this guy.
It's obvious they know each other, seeming to be rivals. A confrontation ensues, and Shinra wants to take it outside.
Maki and Iris are on the roof. As Maki demonstrates her abilities to manipulate fire, she creates a small fire spirit she calls Sputter.
Aww, it's so cute. Slow, can we get one?
Well, I guess that is the cutest ball of fire I've ever seen. So why not?
Yay! Okay, little guy, take it easy.
Iris is impressed by Maki's ability, but Maki points out her limits. Being second generation, she can only manipulate the flames, but can't create them.
Something strange happens here as Iris seems mesmerized by the fire. She reaches to touch it.
Then blam! The door bursts open, and Shinra and the new recruit takes their confrontation to the roof. Maki and Iris have no idea who this new guy is, so he introduced himself. He is Arthur Boyle, the self-proclaimed Night King.
Arthur is a 3rd generation pyrokinetic. He and Shinra know each other from the academy.
There's an exchange among the group, and Shinra states why he isn't all that fond of Arthur.
Lieutenant Hinawa makes his way to the roof, and Maki informs him of Arthur and Shinra being acquaintances from the academy.
The lieutenant sees Maki's fire spirit and, oh god, no! Sputter, don't look!
Well, that was unnecessary.
With the rookie games coming up, Hinawa wants to see what the 2 new recruits are really capable of.
He picks Maki to spar with the 2.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In this corner, we have Maki, the 2nd generation wonder, versus not 1, but 2 3rd generation pyrokinetics. Place your bets. My money's on Shinra.
Iris expresses concern for Maki going up against 2 3rd generation pyrokinetics. But the lieutenant states that Maki is an ex-soldier and she knows how to destroy a man.
Wait. Can I change my bet?
Shinra attacks first and has his flames disabled by Maki, who knocks him off the roof but releases his abilities so he lands safely.
Arthur's up next, and my guy pulls out a friggin' lightsaber. I guess you could say he was using the Force. The Fire Force, get it? Fire Force? Fire Force?
Sigh. Arthur's weapon is a plasma cutter. It's a sword hilt, which concentrates his fire into a sword-like weapon. He calls it Excalibur. The King Arthur reference should be obvious.
Arthur underestimates Maki and gets his teeth knocked out. Literally. Arthur called Maki an ogre, and she didn't really like that.
Shinra rockets back to the roof, and Maki pulls the flames from Shinra's feet and Arthur's sword, manipulating them into a giant fire spirit.
Bo 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 bo.
No. Well, yeah. The fire spirit was called Bo 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 Bo. But not that guy. God, that anime was stupid.
Shinra and Arthur choose to surrender, realizing they can't beat Maki. Then Lieutenant Hinawa heartlessly extinguishes Bo 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 Bo.
It's okay, Sputter. It's in a better place now. The next scene shows us the captain bringing Shinra and Arthur out for lunch. And we can see the rivalry between these guys in action as they try to out-eat each other.
Afterward, the team goes to a shooting range where Shinra got to test a special Fire Force weapon, the Type 7 firefighting axe, while Arthur claims the only weapon he needs is Excalibur.
Captain Obi sparks a conversation saying unlike the parakinetics who have their abilities to help them, every time he heads out, he has to carry 30 kilos of equipment, which is only about 66 pounds, but considering the speed and ease which we see him maneuvering with all the equipment, you can tell he's pretty strong.
The alarm rings, and Maki announces the appearance of another Infernal. The team heads out, and Obi briefs them on the situation. Spontaneous fire in a house. Shinra abilities might be ineffective in close quarters, so Obi hands Shinra the Type 7 axe and tells everybody to conceal their weapons in their coats.
They arrive at the scene and learn that a little girl who had already lost her mother now has her father falling to the same fate of turning into an infernal.
Both parents? Wow, that's tragic. Almost sounds like a superhero origin story.
Shinra and Arthur take out their weapons, disobeying Obi's earlier orders to keep them concealed. Obi pulls them both to the side and explains the need to express sympathy in front of the still grieving next of kin, as Infernals were once human, and he doesn't want anyone in his unit that can't understand this.
Flames explode from the house, and the fire seems to smear at the captain. The team head inside, only to find the Infernal peacefully sitting at the table. You know, just chilling.
Shinra questions if they should kill the Infernal. After all, it hadn't done anything. Arthur objects, stating the pain it must be in consumed by fire. Arthur quickly puts the Infernal to rest with no resistance.
Suddenly fire explodes in the room, damaging the roof. The team makes their way out safely, except for Captain Obi, who stopped to grab the family's photo. And the roof collapsed on top of him. But he just casually shrugged it off like nothing. Light work. My guy does work out every day.
A puff of smoke writes the word Joker in the air, and this guy that screams anime villain looks towards the fire scene saying just a little joke. The unit suspects that the explosion was caused by a third party as they make their way out of the house.
The little girl was trembling in fear, wondering if she was going to be consumed by fire next. Captain Obi gives her the photo he rescued from the building and consoles her.
The team leaves and turn in for the night. Shinra lays staring at the roof from his bunk, thinking about the mission. Arthur sees Shinra and actually offered a few words of comfort. The two seemed to be getting along.
And that was episode 2 of Fire Force. Be sure to check back with us next week for another episode. And remember, it doesn't have to end here. Continue discussing with us on Twitter, or consider checking out our Patreon page.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it to the end, why not leave a like and subscribe? Please comment and let us know if you enjoyed this and what other anime is currently on your watch list. All our links are in the description. Until next time, guys.
What's up?